Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. TaylorMade Muscle Cars. Please remember to like and subscribe. We've got my buddy's 2022 Dodge Ram 2500 diesel four-wheel drive, and we're gonna put the ranch hand step rails on this sucker. A few weeks ago, I got a set for my truck. He liked them. He said, man, order me a set and put them on mine. So we didn't do a video when we did my truck. Figure we'll do a video doing my buddy's truck. We're really happy with them. Come on over. A couple different styles. So powder coated, and the ones I got were the 3-step, and my buddy wanted to just do the 2-step. So it comes packaged up in a really nice box. It's a giant box. I'll show you that in a minute. You can put a canoe in that box. Anyways, they're packed up really nice, and the only thing I don't like about it, and we're gonna go ahead and make him something, the only thing I don't like about it is they're opened on the ends. So you can get water, dirt, mud, snow, salt. You can get trash in the inside of this. So we're gonna go ahead and make a little plug and probably panel bond some sort of a cap plug on each end. And we'll do that by pretty much putting on some material and then tracing it and then cutting it out and then plugging it up. Mike can take a closer look and see what I'm talking about. These are open and I'm not thrilled with that. Otherwise, they seem really, really nice. They go up pretty smoothly, and we're gonna walk you through it. So we got, it's a piece of fiberglass. It's really thin. And you could probably use Lexan, you could probably use plastic, but this piece, we cut it out of a sheet, and this is kind of like the stuff you would do a enclosure for a shower. You can get it by the 4x8 sheet at Lowe's, Home Depot, but you can use anything, really that's plastic, and you want to be able to cut it fairly easy. So I took a Sharpie, I put it on the end here, and I traced it out. And I'll take a bandsaw, but you can use a jigsaw. You might even be able to use a tin snip, but I'm gonna use the bandsaw, and I'm gonna cut this out first. And then I'm gonna put it there, and then I'm gonna have to trim it. And then once we trim it and get it so it fits in there, we'll take some 2-part panel bond adhesive and keep it in there. This way nothing goes in there and rusts, like I was saying earlier. It's an old bandsaw, but it does the job. By the way, I should have had safety glasses on, but all right, come on. So if Mike zooms down here, I'll kind of show you the idea that I got here. Now I know I'm going to have to shave here and shave here. I want it to be a little bit bigger than smaller, and then we'll get that thing to fit in there the best we can. It won't be perfect, but it'll be on the inside of the truck, and you won't see it, and it'll do the job. So that'd be good enough. If it wasn't for this, we would have these up probably in about an hour, but it's gonna take a little bit longer doing this, but I feel better doing this. Okay, of course got my goggles on this time, and I'm gonna do some trimming on this guy just with a regular bench grinder. Something like that. I've still got something in my eye, even with the glasses. Anyway, definitely fiberglass. I can smell it. Let's go check it out. Got my piece trimmed up to my liking, and I went ahead and dusted it just with some rattle can satin black, so it sort of matches. I didn't paint this backside, so the adhesive epoxy panel bond This is 3M panel bond, super strong stuff, and it should do good with this. I went ahead and took some masking and put it around here, so when I put some of the adhesive, if it goes over the sides, it doesn't, hurt the finished surface. So it's going to end up looking something like that. Mike will come in a little bit closer. So that's how it should do. A little bit of bond. Took these from my daughter's crafts bin. Nice little popsicle sticks for mixing. Not very much. Just mix it up good. Probably put a layer on the back side of this, and that'll definitely catch that. Could be messy on that back side because you won't see it. So you could skip these steps and just go right to our install, how the directions recommend, but I wanted to do this. And that's it. I'm not going to show you all the rest of the sides, but that should dry pretty rock solid. We can peel the tape, we can touch it up a little bit. Well, actually we'll touch it up with a little black paint before we take the tape off, and then that's it. We'll put it on, and now we're going to move on to the others. We've got actually 3 more, and we'll just trim them to size. I won't bore you with that. Okay, I got Mike with the camera, and I've got one of the Nerf bar step rails on my chest. I'm kind of underneath it in the center, and I'm going to show you. It comes with these supplied brackets. If I can get it back out. It comes with these supplied brackets, 3 on each side, and then has some tape from the factory. You can see these other pieces. They're basically just covering up some body holes, and you can see I've got the bracket in there already. So I took the tape off and dropped the bracket in. I'll show you how to do that on this one. But it's simple. These are supplied with the ranch hand rails, and it's just going to go in and then drop down into the hole. The hole's already there. You don't have to drill it. And there's also some holes down here in the bottom of the rocker. You don't have to drill these either. So no drilling for the most part, which is really cool. I got a jack stand down on one end to help me with this. It would be better with 2 people, but we don't have the extra person, and we want to make the video, so I'm going to attempt it alone. So I'm going up with it. I'm going to set it on the jack stand down one end and try and get a few bolts in here and get them started. And that's 2. It would have helped if I had the nuts over here, but I don't. Oh yeah, I do have 1. All right. Like I said, this is all supplied. And those are locking nuts. And they say you do these guys on the bottom, and then the upper bracket right here will take 2 hands. So I've got the center one in, and I can at least take the pressure off of me and no longer hold it up. So then you can move it,
And I wouldn't tighten up anything just yet until all your nuts and bolts are in. And then this one, you got your bracket in there. You got to hold the top of it. Get it started with your fingers. Go in as far as you can. About like that. And this thing's already taken shape. These lock washers, did we supply these or?
They came with it.
Okay. So flat washer, lock washer on these, and then just bolt and locking nut on the lowers. And like I said, hand tight everything, and then I'll move over to that one, and then I'll move over here to the front one. And then once we got everything started by hand, we can still shift this and still move it. Then we'll go ahead and make sure it's where we want, and then we'll go ahead and take a wrench or a ratchet and tighten everything up. Okay, got all our bolts in, did them all in finger tight, and it would be best, because this bracket up here with these two will still move, so it would be best to do all the bottom, these two, and then the middle two over here, and then the front two, but do all on the bottom. And they're 13s. And then from there, come on over here. All right. And I'm not going to bore you with tightening. So I'm going to do these two nice and snug, and then move to the front bottom two, and then we can move up to these guys up here. They're 13 as well. But save the uppers for last. Start with your bottoms.